Time did the man go to the dentist? Tooth hurty. Okay. That was okay. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Corny. You're American when you go into the bathroom, and you're American when you come out. But did you know what you are while you're in there? European. European. Now, that's funny. Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece. No, not that they were cooked in Greece. What kind of shoes do ninjas wear? Sneakers. Sneakers. Okay, that was kind of corny. Why did the barber win the race? He knew a shortcut. Why? Okay, I didn't make you sit through the corny jokes because just to sit through some corny jokes, though somewhere slightly funny. You know what I'm saying? It's always nice to hear some corny jokes. But there's a reason why I had you sit there and listen to the corny jokes and watch my, 100-year-old self crack up at these jokes, because I'm 100 years old inside. Old souls, come on, give me a high five to the screen. We're cool. I mean, we're always like wiser than everyone else. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. So if you're an old soul like me and you thought these jokes were funny, let me know down in the comments. But anyways, there's a reason why I had you sit through these jokes, and I'm gonna let you know right after this. So go ahead and grab yourself a cup of tea, make sure it's hot, and come on back. Welcome to Tea with Audrey. Best served at. Welcome to Tea with Audrey. Best served at. So when I was in high school, before school starts, you go school shopping, and I got this fresh white tee. Like, it was so fresh and crisp. I was so excited to wear it, and I had these cute new jeans, and I wanted to wear them, but I was like, what shoe should I wear? So I remember I had these white crisp pair of flip-flops, but they just weren't any $2 Old Navy flip-flops. These were dress flip-flops, so you could wear them, with a cute dress, and you would look cute. Like, it wouldn't look like, lazy or whatever, which my mom thinks that dress shoes could never be flip-flops. Like, she doesn't think flip-flops can dress up anything. God is still working on her. We're praying for her, but God bless her. But yeah, those flip-flops, I wanted to wear them with that outfit. I knew I was gonna be fresh. So I remember my mom told me to not wear those flip-flops to school. She said that the bottom was so slippery, they didn't have any traction on the bottom, that she felt like I was gonna slip and fall at school. And I was like, whatever. And in elementary school, you're not allowed to wear open-toed shoes, or shoes that didn't have if you wore sandals, they had to have a strap in the back. So I was like, now that my dress code is a little bit more lenient, I definitely want to take advantage of it. So those flip-flops, they go with my outfit. I'm gonna look fresh. I don't see the harm in wearing them. So what did I do? When I was leaving the house, I was wearing sneakers. Bye, Mom. I'll see you later. And I was wearing my tennis shoes. As soon as I got on the bus, I changed into my flip-flops. So I go throughout the day, I had to be careful because the flip-flops were a little slick. Like, I was kind of like, maybe I should listen to my mom, but I look fresh, so whatever. And, I thought I was looking cute. Go throughout the day, walking gingerly, carefully, and all of that. Then comes lunchtime. I go get lunch, cool. But I'm gonna describe the lunchroom just to give you an idea. I went to a big middle school, so it was like the size of an auditorium is how big our cafeteria was, and so there were tables everywhere. So the only place to walk is kind of like in between, like weaving in between tables, and the floor is slippery. Like, it didn't have carpet. Like, that was
probably the only part of the school that didn't have carpet. So of course my flip-flops were doing pretty well on the carpet, but on the smooth floor it wasn't really working out as great. It wasn't the best situation, but I was making do because I have to commit to this outfit. So, you know, I get my lunch okay, I sit down, eat, and when I'm ready to get throw my trash away with my friends, we all get up at the table, and then I'm making my way towards the trash can, which is diagonal from this table of football players. Now, side note, the football players were all sitting there because they're pretty much the only ones that knew each other. They spent all summer doing football camp, like the training camp, so they were all like chums in a bucket, like two peas in a pod, like gang, like they've made a squad, like they know each other like the back of their hand at this point. So I'm sitting with people I really don't know. Like, this is a side note that just, you'll understand why. So I'm walking, you know, towards the trash can and making my way around the football players' table. But right as I'm about to pass their table, I feel my legs slide under my body and I'm like falling in slow motion, like in my head. And I was like, God, don't let me. Boom! I fall to the floor. And I'm on the floor, my tray is like still in my hand, but all the food has like spilled, like the leftover food in containers just like off my tray, and like I have stuff all over me. Oh my gosh, it was literally a mortifying experience. And then the football players are over there laughing at me, and pretty much most of the cafeteria at this point heard a boom and they heard people laughing. Of course, if it's a big group of boys laughing, you're gonna notice. Boys are just noise. Okay, so, you know, I'm trying to, you know, gather whatever strength and ego, okay, I could muster up to get up. You know what I mean? At this point, I wish that I could just sink into the floor and just blend in, because this was embarrassing. And man, that was everybody made fun of me the next week. I remember running in gym class on the track, and some of the guys were like, "Didn't you fall?" They're like all making fun of me, and I just hated it. But luckily the next week everyone forgot about it, because somebody did something embarrassing, and you know, she became the target after that. You know, I'm not thanking God for that situation, but I'm just saying, like, it was in benefit of me, right? But also I changed my hair, so people didn't really recognize me. That's the cool thing about being a girl. You change your hair, you're a whole new woman. So you already know I look different. And you know, looking back, I'm like, man, like, that was really embarrassing. And that was all the way in middle school. I'm 23 right now. I was probably 12 or 13, and I can remember the whole environment, like everyone laughing. I remember some of the faces. I remember what I was wearing so vividly. But I was thinking about when's another time I fell recently, and I was like, I don't really remember. I really don't remember the last time that I fell. So I started really digging into my memory bank, and I remember a couple winters ago I like fell on a sheet of ice, because I've always been careful since then to walk carefully just so I don't hurt myself. But I remember falling, and I started laughing, and I felt like there were people behind me on the sidewalk. We were all kind of like going in not a single file line, we were kind of all going the same direction. And you know, I fell right in front of them, and you know, people did laugh. People asked if I was okay. Somebody helped me up, and I was laughing. I was like, that was a bad fall, right? Did anyone get that on camera? Oh no, you got it on Snapchat. All right, send that to me. Give me your number so you can send it. Like, you know, I was just cool. Like, I was laughing about it, made light of it, and I really don't remember the fall. I really don't remember the people. You know, I do remember that fall because it's the one that caused me to not want to, you know, run on the ice trying to get to class. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta risk. You gotta take risks, you know, to make it. But I was probably late. That's probably why. But anyways, the reason why I'm bringing up this point is not to talk about my life and just vent like this is a diary. No, it's to prove a point. Basically, what I will say is that as you grow, you learn to fall. I've definitely learned to fall. Falls are never graceful. We like to watch them on YouTube. They go viral, like those epic falls. Things go flying. People lose their wigs. Secure the wig. But yeah, people love to see other people in misery, to be honest, and it's hilarious in some cases. Some cases I'm like, are you okay? But you know, we learn how to fall, and I've learned basically from that situation that basically when I'm able to make light of a situation, when I'm able to laugh at myself, to give myself room to fall, it's just, life just becomes easier, and you don't remember the heartache, and you don't carry it around. I carry around the scars of that fall from middle school, even though it was long ago, and I think it doesn't affect me. But whenever I tell the story to a friend or just somebody, it's like those emotions kind of well up in me, like the embarrassment. And I think when you fall, some people will laugh, but there's some people that will help you get up. There's some people who will record your failure and will remind you of your failure, you know, later on in your journey. But you know what's beautiful about that is when you look back and you're like, man, who I was then doesn't even compare to who I am now. I think there's growth in allowing yourself to make mistakes and to make light of difficult situations in seasons where, you know, flowers aren't blooming and everything isn't perfect. You know, there's seasons where everything just seems to be going right. You have the job, you got the promotion, you got the car, you got the friends, you got the relationship. But then there's seasons where it's just like a day in, day out, like grind, you know, it's just the same old. And those times are the times that we go on Instagram and we see other people having fun, and we see other people having all these engagements and you know, having promotions, and you're like, what about me? The beauty of, you know, my family is we make light of a lot of difficult situations, and we find the humor in everything. Do you think of somebody who is funny in your life and what a joy they bring to your life? But what if we all were like that? What if we all, you know, were able to find the comedy and the humor in the, you know, the failures and like the small tragedies that happen in our lives? I think, you know, we would have lighter spirits. We wouldn't be as bitter. There's people that, you know, they can't find light in anything. Even if you tell them a joke, even if you try to be funny with them, they're just, you know, stale face. And that's just not a way to live. So this week I encourage you to find something that brings you joy. Find somebody that is funny that you can go to make you laugh. A good laugh is medicinal. Laugh heals. Laughter is its own language. When you're able to laugh with people, it just makes things more funny. Like, have you ever laughed with somebody and because of their certain laugh, it just makes you want to laugh more and you find it even funnier? And maybe the joke isn't even that funny anymore. It's like, it's just their laugh just makes you just feel joy. So find the joy in every day, find the humor in life, make light of difficult situations, and I promise you, you're gonna feel just so much lighter and you're gonna live a full life. Thank you guys for watching today's Motivation Monday. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that little bell right next to it so you guys can get updated every time I post. This week is Learn How to Laugh Week. Make sure to use that hashtag if you like this video. I like the hashtag. So every week I do a theme. This week is Learn to Laugh. Man, I can't wait to see what this week holds. You can only find out if you hit that notification bell. As always, peace, love, and I'm out, fam.